today in support of the amendment of my friend and colleague Congressman Liu that would allow the Department of Veterans Affairs and community partners to address the needs of homeless veterans in Los Angeles area by authorizing the use of innovative funding streams. Currently, the West LA Los Angeles VA Leasing Act of 2016 restricts funding. Any federal revenue generated from leases on the West Los Angeles VA campus may be used only for the renovation and maintenance of lands and facilities. This means that while the VA can use proceeds from the leases to pay for things like running utility lines, they cannot use funds for the supportive services that veterans residing on the campus need. Los Angeles has the largest homeless veteran population in the country, with close to 10% of all homeless veterans across the U.S. residing there. The West LA VA Hospital campus provides an enormous opportunity to provide shelter and support for those who have served our nation but face hard times by building a supportive community for veterans. Now, we have made great strides at the West LA VA campus to address veteran homelessness, but there is still so much more that needs to be done. Specifically, this amendment will ensure that the West LA VA is able to collect the $25 million from the Los Angeles Purple Line Metro easement and put that money toward housing and supportive services for homeless veterans. Funds from easements and other use agreements at the West LA VA should be returned to the campus and used for those who served our country in the armed forces. This is simply common sense. Last November, I visited the West LA VA campus with VA Secretary McDonough, Congresswoman Brownlee, Congresswoman Bass, and Congressman Liu, who is leading this amendment. And during that visit, we learned about how the VA campus was transitioning the care, treatment, and rehabilitative services, or CTRS, from using tents to small, innovative shelters. 1.5 more? Or too much?
I yield an additional 1 minute to the gentleman.
Okay, thanks. This provides a much more supportive living situation for those veterans trying to escape homelessness. Currently, there are roughly 105 veterans residing in these innovative shelters, and over 550 unique veterans have been admitted to the program. It has proven to be a successful model for getting veterans connected to VA resources and quickly moved to permanent housing or treatment programs. The change in Congressman Liu's amendment is especially significant. VA has determined that under current law, it is restricted from using funds from its leases and easements to pay for critical improvements for veteran safety and well-being, like security for CTRS. This amendment would also free up funding for permanent supportive housing to be built on the campus, which means more veterans will be off the streets and into a home to call their own with the VA care that they need close by. I yield back, Madam Chair.
From Washington reserves. The gentleman from Alabama is recognized.
Reserve.
The gentleman from Alabama reserves. The gentleman from Washington is recognized.